So today we are continuing on with our piece. This would be part 3. And if you're just tuning into these videos, we laid the base dots and then we went through and top dotted those in part 2. Now we're going to top dot these dots here because they're dry, and then we're going to continue out. It takes quite a while to do some of these pieces, so that's why I break it up in hour-long videos. We are using PrizmPour by Colourarte multi-surface acrylic paint, which is good on canvas, wood, metal, and glass. Make sure you go check out their website and use my code LunaSky1121 to save 20%. We have Mayan Gold. We have Baltic Amber. We have Poinsetta in the PrizmPour series. And then in the Primary Element series, we have GreenTea. As you can see, the colors nicely out here on the piece. On the Primary Elements is the only paint that you really have to mix. The Vivid Enamel Tintable Base. It goes with Primary Elements Art Pigments. I use a 1/2 ounce in one of these cups. I always stir with a toothpick because the paint likes to get stuck down into the crevices here. And then I use about 1/8 of a scoop. Oh, I'm sorry, not 2 ounces, it's a 1/2 ounce. That's the second time I have done this.
1/2 ounce.
1/2 ounce of the Vivid Enamel. All right. So we had the red dots, and the red dots have gold behind them, the Mayan Gold, so now we're going to do the Mayan Gold on top. So you can see that really pretty luscious color in there. And again, sometimes you get some crusties around the lid. I just try to move to the side and get as much of those off as possible, because sometimes it can get into your paint and then it'll come out in your dots. And as I was cleaning this one of them fell down into my paint, so I'm going to just pull it out of there. Alright, so now I got to figure out which tool this is. It looks like it might be a 9. Actually looks like it might be a 10. So I think we're going to go down to an 8 because it's got to be smaller than the previous base dot. Load up your tool. All of the tool links are in the description below. Remember, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to help support the channel. So we are just laying down our second top dots. And as the piece gets larger, you want to rotate your piece so you don't put your hands in the paint. got a little gloopiness on that one, so I had to, like, one of those dried pieces fell down in there that I didn't catch, and it came out into my piece, so I had to fix it. If anybody knows why YouTube tells you when you're trying to post a video you can't post in your description slanted brackets, because I'm trying to include links below to other places you can find me, and it keeps telling me I have to adjust my descriptions, and when I do that I find that I end up with broken links to some of my pages, and I'm trying to learn how to fix that. Alright, so we're going to go up to a size 9 and move to the Poinsetta color. No. The Mayan Gold, because the gold goes on top. And I just realized I forgot to use my numbers on the last dot. I don't know if you can hear the kitties, but they are very chirpy this morning. You might have heard some of them. She got kind of loud there for a minute. The kitty cats. Oh, and if you have cats and they walk around your art, you need to make sure that you don't have any cat hair getting ready to get into your paint. That often happens as well if you have little critters roaming around. They get curious. Like my male, Noah, I came in here yesterday and started walking through the kitchen, and one of these tools was in there on the floor. He had taken off with it. I don't know if he gets mad that I'm over here not paying attention to him, but he takes it. He takes my stuff and runs off with it and tries to hide it, I think. Luckily I found it. Little sneaky critter. I did put my website below in the description. You should check it out. I do offer a lot of services. I do hypnotherapy, meditations, and then I have my art, of course. And I have also uploaded my color art information to my healing art tab. If you're interested, they're having a pre-order event right now that ends January 14th. You can get a set of 12 colors with a free bottle of silk, French silk. They have warm tones and cool tones that's coming out in this new collection. Very beautiful colors, and I can't wait to see them. Okay, so now we're going to continue out our base. And again, we are going to get as close to this as we can. As you can see, I did change the center of this quite a bit, but on the outer edges will look the same. Yep. This is a completely dry piece that's been drying for a couple weeks now, and this here is my attempt to recreate it. I didn't particularly like the way I had done this center because it's a little off. So this will be a clock that we keep at home in our house, and this will be one that we sell. When I am done with the clocks, I am going to resin them for long protection. Alright, so we got to figure out, we're going to continue with reversing the base dots like we did in these last two rows. The red and the green go down, and then the gold go on top of it. We're going to continue that out till about right here, and then we're going to add our dots that go around to make the clock numbers. So we just did GreenTea. We're going to move to Poinsetta. It's going to be a size 11. Because this last base dot was a size 10. Load your tool up pretty good. And try to get them as uniform as you can around in the circle. I'm kind of using this outer ring of the record here to guide me on where to lay them. And when you start doing this art, you'll start to learn your own rhythm and what works for you, what guides help you keep it symmetrical. A good mandala piece is very beautiful when its symmetry is aligned. I have a very squeaky chair today. I think I need to WD-40 it. That red is just so gorgeous. I love the fancy names that ColourArte comes up with for their pieces or their product lines. Keeps things interesting. cover on there loosely because we're going to get back in it in just a minute. And now we're going to go up to a 12 and go back with the tea green. These tools go all the way up to a size 28, so you can make your dots pretty big as you do your work. Is done. We're going to move on to a 13 and do 2 more rows of these dots, and then we're going to start working on the outer ring. Oh, that's the wrong size. Going back to the poinsettia. I'm going to set this to the side because these dots are going to be bigger and the cup will probably be in my way. Even these little dimples that sometimes get into as you lay your dot down, they go away with this paint. You don't have to worry about them because the paint fills in. Oops. Sorry about that, shaker. I don't know how many of you get to work from home these days. I work from home. I absolutely love it. I don't have commute time. I can get up, roll out of bed, go to work. I'm here when I get off work and ready to make dinner. It's nice. Very nice. Very time saving. We had moved into our new home March of 2019, and shortly after we moved, like 2 weeks later, COVID hit and everybody got sent home from my office, and I've been home ever since. I absolutely love it. Gives me more time with my family. It was an adjustment at first, but we get along pretty well, so we don't drive each other nuts. Okay, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to do another row of green with a 14 just to make it even. See, there's 3 red and then there's only 2 green on the outer rings, so we want to make sure that we make it as uniform as possible. Sometimes with the bigger dots in using paint like folk art or deco art, you have a harder time trying to fill the dots sometimes. And I don't have that problem with this paint. Don't put that in the paint. See what I meant? It's easy to put stuff in your paint as the piece gets larger. It's one of the reasons I'm doing it in parts too is so this stuff has time to dry, so I'm not disrupting the paint as I continue to dot. And as you can see, the bigger dots are filling in just as beautiful as the littler dots in the center. You should watch out for lint on your pieces too. Like, make sure that there's no lint on your piece or dust, because that can disrupt how your dots lay down as well. He did it. Yeah. All right, so we are done with the green and the red for just a moment. We're going to go back to we're going to do the Baltic amber, and then we're going to do the Mayan gold around, and then we can do these pieces with the same colors. But we've got to get this laid first, because this is like, this is your 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is your minutes. All right, so I just want to find the most centered dots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This looks pretty good. First we're going to do the Baltic amber, and we're going to try to figure out what size is going to be best for that first. So if I put that there, I want to make sure I have, yeah, we're going to do 24. All right, here we go. Oh, look how pretty that big dot is. Oh, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Go ring the bell. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys ever, train your dogs to. We got a set of bells that hang on our door, so every time he's got to go out and go potty, he's supposed to ring the bell. It works wonders when you're training your pups. Our dog is a service dog because we have a person in the house that has COPD, and we have another person in the house, myself, that has peripheral neuropathy, and we have trained him to be a service dog, and he is wonderful. Now, these grid lines, if they still show up in your piece when it's completely dry, you'll take a Q-tip and some water and just erase them. This is white chalk. It is one of these lovely pencils right here, multi-pastel chalk pencils. They work great for your pieces. But you don't want to press too hard, or it makes it hard to get up. So now I kind of want to start working across to make sure I line them all up to each other, so when the clock hands are put on, they will line up with the clock hands. That one wasn't a very good dot, so we're going to load it with more paint and fix it. It was all about how I was holding my tool. You can't go in with your tool at an angle, otherwise your dots get really misconstrued. You have to go straight up and down with these types of tools.
Back side door.
One more. We're going to go back to the Mayan Gold and we're going to add our 4 minutes in between each big dot. And now we just want to find out what size. And as I work this time, I'm going to work across so I can make sure I line them up properly. I think we're going to do a number 14. I'm going to start down here, and then I'm going to go up here. To flip it completely around. Let's just keep that bad boy right there so I don't risk putting it in any paint. Just so you know, that was not me, that was my dog. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you know anything about pit bulls, but they are always the gassiest dog I have ever owned. And he has no shame in his game either. He doesn't even flip. Oh, I'm sorry. Things that happen on your YouTube. Oh my goodness. He doesn't even turn around and look at you when he does it. He's just like, oh, what a relief it is. This one needs to move over just a little bit, so we're going to take care of that.
Back side door.
So loud. This dot here isn't very complete, so I'm going to dot over that again with the Baltic Amber. Looks like, see right there, it's not fully. That was with a 24. Just want to make it more round. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to take it off and do it again because that did not work out very well. Sometimes you just have to use your towel to get it off of there. Let's go ahead and take this dot off too, because I just messed it up. Again, when you work with records, the shimmeriness of the paint sometimes likes to go down into the grooves. Don't worry about it. You will cover it up. Okay. Fix the big dot. To our 14 with our Mayan Gold. Fix this dot. Oh my goodness. I did it again. Okay, now we can move on. We are almost done with this video. And then there will be another one to come. And it will be part 4. We're going to go ahead and let these dots dry. And then we'll come back and do some more work. Because I am afraid if we try to do the dragging dots while this is wet, I'm going to mess something up. And I do not want to do that. We've worked hard on this piece. Alright, remember, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Visit ColourArte's website, check out their paints, and use my code LunaSky1121 for a 20% discount. Until next time, you guys have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next video.